The police chief in the city of Houston, Texas, in a dirtbag move, used the death of a police officer to get on his soapbox and speak in favor of gun control. What a coward. Watch the next episode of Guns and Gadgets. Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your source for Second Amendment news. Let's talk about low class, or no class, which is worse than low class. Police Chief Art Acevedo, the city of Houston, was speaking to the media this week right after a police officer was shot and killed responding to a domestic violence incident in which he was shot by the male party. In taking questions about the incident, at the conclusion of answering questions, this clown thought that it would be a good time to get on a soapbox and condemn the local politicians. In fact, let me just read you what he said. The chief said, "We all know in law enforcement that one of the biggest reasons that the Senate and Mitch McConnell and John Cornyn and Ted Cruz and others are not getting into a room and having a conference committee with the House and getting the Violence Against Women Act passed is because the NRA doesn't like the fact that we want to take firearms out of the hands of boyfriends that abuse their girlfriends. And who killed our sergeant? A boyfriend abusing his girlfriend." He went on to say that this was a result of the cowardice of the political people that we have in office. Now, what Acevedo is talking about here is the Violence Against Women Act. I'll put a link to my video right there. This is something that every 5 years the House of Representatives has reinstituted, and this is originally a bill from old, crazy, creepy, grab 'em while they're young Joe Biden. And this bill, amongst other things, addresses the victim rights as far as women in abusive type relationships. But, Chief Acevedo, what you should know, you probably do know, which is why you did what you did. And first off, how low of a human being are you that you use the death of somebody who was serving for you, for the community, responding to somebody in the need of help, gets shot and killed, and you spineless SOB, decided this was your chance to look like a pro. That's why it's bad that we have politically appointed police chiefs, regardless of what party. Big cities are typically politically appointed based off what the mayor wants, and that's not how you get real policing. That's how you get political policing. But in this guy's push for this Women Against Violence Act, what he's not telling the people in the community is that this year the bill that looked to re-up the Violence Against Women Act had a whole bunch of stuff thrown in it by Nancy Pelosi herself. A lot of it was new taxes on certain things, and a different version of a red flag bill that hadn't been seen before until in this bill itself. If you want to know more about it, watch that video. I won't bore you with the details again, but this bill was stuffed, jam-packed with gun control by Nancy Pelosi, okay? Does nothing to address the violence against women. It just looked to take away guns from law-abiding citizens, in addition to what was already in the bill. Now, you hear a lot that, we have to close this quote-unquote made-up boyfriend loophole, which has to do with domestic abusers and taking away their rights to carry a firearm, to prevent maybe the victim being shot and killed, regardless of whether it was a violent crime or not. Not every state a domestic incident is violent. It could be a heated argument, something like that. But we're just under this bill, they just look to take away the Second Amendment right of anybody who gets into any type of domestic disturbance. Also, it redefines this bill, domestic relationships, and it could be anybody that you ever dated anywhere in your life could all of a sudden say that you're a problem to them, and they can take away your rights under the Second Amendment. So the girl that you dated in 6th grade, say you pissed her off, you broke up with her or whatever, treated her wrong, 20 years later she wants to be back at you under the Nancy Pelosi version of the Violence Against Women Act, she could have you red flagged. But what the chief's not telling you, but even according to the Giffords Law Group, Gabby Giffords and their anti-gun agency, they keep tabs on all kinds of laws in every state. They have Texas listed as one of the 23 states that have already closed that boyfriend loophole, yet, that's not good enough. Also, what the chief's not telling anybody is that the killer in this instance had multiple arrests and convictions, including Class A misdemeanors for assaulting a family member in 2015. Why is that important? Well, under federal law, he was already federally prohibited from owning a firearm, yet he did anyway. So, Chief of Police, what your ignorance and your no-class showing is displaying to everybody is that you don't care about the criminal who has a gun, because he's a criminal, and criminals will always do what they want. They don't follow laws, that's why they're criminals. But you want to take guns away from law-abiding citizens. But you use the criminal killing somebody, the federally prohibited gun-owning criminal, as your piece de resistance. Now, naturally, the police department and Senator Cruz all responded saying that, Chief, it wasn't the time or the place to discuss politics, and, the focus should be on the family and the kids who lost a dad for the holidays. Not your political drama soapbox, El Jefe. It's times like this that you really get to see, although it's a tragic loss, you really get to see the true driving force behind some individuals. The chief of police in Houston doesn't care about the men and women working for him. He cares about what his political masters want, and that's more gun control. Take it away from the law-abiding, but allow the criminals to keep doing it. Looks good on you, Chief. Please pass this along. It's the only way people get to hear the truth, and I'm pretty sure you all would agree. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. This has been a fantastic year here on Guns and Gadgets, and I owe it all to you. Each and every one of you, thank you for your time. I hope you continue to watch as the new year turns, and I hope you have a fantastic holiday season. And until we see each other again, this is Jared from Guns and Gadgets. Be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a weapon. Take care, everybody.